but this is about the Master Gardeners. I used to be one. It's a lot harder now to be a Master Gardener. They have to study, they have to take tests. But what I would really like to hear is everyone, including the Master Gardeners, give a big, big cheer to the Master Gardeners. And if you haven't met me, the Master Gardeners, I want to meet every one of you today. Please stop by. There's not much that I can say that hasn't been said already, but I would like to tell a story of how this all happened. As Celeste mentioned, I used to own a garden seed company called Botanical Interests, and we had the business for 26 years. And one of the things about our seed packets is they had paintings on it, but they had information on the inside, which was something that was very important to me. I loved education. And so when we sold the business, 3 or 4 years ago, we did incredibly well during the pandemic. And my business partner came to me and said, "It's time to sell." And I'm like, "I love our business. We can't sell this." And then she wrote a number down of what she thought we could sell it for. And I said, "You know, maybe you're right." But one of the things that was tough for me is when we ended up with a lot of money, but what I was missing was purpose. And purpose in life is the most important thing there is. And all these people have given me that opportunity to have purpose again. So we sold the business, and I actually grew up in Tucson, Sabino High School, first graduating class, University of Arizona. And so I decided to buy a house here because I was living in Colorado. That's where we ran the business. And bought a house here. I had my family here. My dad right there in the wheelchair. And back, yep. 96 years old, still kicking. And then back there behind the fence is Mr. John Brooks. He was my track coach and biology teacher. And he's the inspiration for all of this. So I bought a house here, which was nice. It's a great combination of places. But I came in here, I wanted to do a little landscaping, and when I would learn how to landscape here was when there were still pterodactyls flying in the sky. So I thought I would come into the extension office and find, some information on it. And I was in there by the rack with all the information, and I looked to my left, and there was an office that said, Celeste Gamble, Master Gardener Coordinator. So I just stuck my head in and said, "Hi, I'm Curtis Jones. I used to own Botanical Interest Seed Company." And she goes, "What? You used to own Botanical Interest? That's our favorite seed company in the whole world." And so, she had my heart right then. And so Celeste said, "Well, let me show you around here." So she showed me around all the gardens and everything and the seed starting area. And then we went into the greenhouse. And I didn't say anything, but I was kind of thinking, this place is nasty. And I said to Celeste, I said, "Well, yeah, I mean, this is okay, but is there any way you could get a new greenhouse?" I said, "Can the university buy you one?" She didn't say much of anything. She was quiet and polite, which I'm usually not. And so after a few minutes of walking around, and correct me if I've got the story wrong, because it was a long time ago, we walked around a little bit, and I said, "How much would this cost?" And she said, "Probably the greenhouse about $150,000. And I said, I'll pay for it." And I think she actually cried, but she was hiding it well. She teared up. And I think she teared up because she could now go to her boss and say, "I got us a greenhouse." And she had just been with the Extension Service a few months. And so I think that was a great feather in her cap. And that's how it all started. Yeah. When you donate to the Extension Service, all of your money goes to the Master Garden program. None of it goes to paying off, and I'm sorry to have to say this, I hope I'm not offending anyone, it doesn't go to pay off coaches that have already been fired. It goes directly to Extension. Every dollar that you donate and every dollar that the Extension Service gets equals about $4.82 to the locality, to the state, in salaries, in all sorts of things. So it's money well spent. And what I've decided to do today is, if you donate money today, I will double match it up to $25,000. So If you by chance ended up donating 25,000, then I would be adding 50 to that. And that can make a difference to go to keeping employees. I know that, as we all know, things are a little tough right now when it comes to funding. So I kind of wanted to back that up. And also the gardens. There's all sorts of things that Extension does. 2 days ago, I just read a whole pamphlet on what Extension does for the county. I'm totally amazed. If I'd known before that, I probably would have donated more money. Okay, well, maybe not. But and I think we're going to have some people that can help you out. There's a barcode you can scan, different things like that. So we appreciate that. I think the thing, though, that to me is the most important thing is I wanted to donate to something that mattered to me. And the Extension is a great organization. But if you don't have the right people, if you don't have the amazing people, then it doesn't really matter. And I really lucked out in getting Celeste as a person I was working with, because she totally believes in the mission. And I forgot to say that when she decided to show me the gardens, I realized she was someone I wanted to deal with, because she actually had as much energy as I did. And that's not often. I don't often see that. So we really connected on that. So I think that is about it. Thank you very much for attending. I appreciate you all showing up, and I want to meet all the Master Gardeners. Thank you.
If you guys go on the other side, then we'll see you. There you go.